And Nitro's Garage for all your automotive needs. Call 646-675-2349. That's 646-675-2349. For all your automotive needs, Nitro's Garage. Ask for Jack.
In the mood for a freshly roasted cup of coffee? www.offthe-railscoffeeroasters.com. You need a body shop? You need engine repair? Auto Excellence, Collision Specialists, 631-261-6420. That's 631-261-6420. Auto Excellence.
Fake news. Boston wrestling is fake news.
Just like a desert flower, waiting on the rain to come. And all I know is annualized confusion. And what I'm saying is you don't realize what this means. Have we seen our finest hour? Good times surely will come. Just like a desert flower, waiting on the rain to come.
Well, hello, here we go again. This is Miss WWE Hall of Famer, Mr. USA Tony Allen, all with my co-partner here, Larry Hillbilly Huntley, the president and founder of North Atlantic Wrestling Association, right here in the good old state of Maine, USA. You can go on his website, just type in NAWA Mid Atlantic Wrestling Association, and you can contact Larry. Also, if you want to order any of my prints, my 8x10 prints, you can go to his website. There would be some on his website to order any print, or you like to get a custom drawing done by me, you can even contact Larry in North Atlantic Wrestling Association, or you can also, as you well know, you can also talk to Monte and the Pharaoh. And they can also hook you up with some of my artwork. Later on in the year, I'm going to be showing my artwork pretty soon. Me and Larry, we're going to get my Facebook page up and going again, where I could maybe show y'all some of my new artwork that I just did. So hopefully that I'll be able to sell a few of my artwork. This one here, what I'm going to talk about now, I've been kind of hesitant to talk about. But when we roll up and down the highways and byways, now let's say and we do it now. Me and Larry, nothing changed over the years. Larry been in the business for over 20 years. He's not no rookie, even though he's probably not as well known as I am. But Larry had paid his dues in this business. He's been around. He's not a rookie. He's a seasoned wrestler. He's been doing this for probably about almost 30 years now. So he's been in this business a long, long time. Now he works on the promotion end. But when you ride down the highway with different wrestlers, you had different conversation. All the conversation was not about wrestling. I mean, we talk about our matches, we talk about other great wrestlers, but we also talk about other things like most of you people do. Larry could tell you, if I'm driving down the highway uh, with Larry, and if Larry driving, I'm in the front passenger seat. I'm what you call the co-pilot. So it's my job to talk to keep the driver awake. One time I asked Johnny Weaver, I said, "How come I got to talk to keep awake?" And he said, "Well, Tony, if you take a nap, what if the driver decide to take a nap too?" So he
Yep.
said, I said, "Well, that wouldn't be good." He said, "No, that wouldn't be good." So the job of the co-pilot is to the keep us awake. Like we would drive, 4 or 5 hours every night getting back to the base. And Larry had made a lot of me and Larry had made a whole lot of trip together. Larry was just telling me about how he did how was that trip, Larry, you were talking about?
31 hours.
31 hours.
All the way to Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
Yeah, from Maine.
Yep.
And how do y'all do that?
There were 4 of us in a minivan.
Right?
We didn't just rotate a driver or the navigator, co-pilot.
Right?
We had 2 sets of 2.
Right.
So 2 people were the driver, co-pilot, or whichever they chose to do.
Yeah.
And the other 2 had 2 half seats to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Because when your time was up, it was time to get back.
Go back there and get a little nap so that you have a fresh driver. And like I said, we lived on the road, so we learned all the rules on the road because a good show to a wrestler in my day was you get to the ring on time, you get paid, you don't get hurt, and you get back home safely.
Yep.
If them things happen where you got paid, you did what you wanted to do, did what you had to do in the ring, and get back home safely. That was a good match. Now, some of the things we were talking about, because we rode with all type of different people with different beliefs and different thoughts and everything. I rode with Captain Redneck Dick Murdoch, and today Murdoch would be called a white supremacist today. Nice guy. He was one of my very, very best friends in this business. A lot of people tell me that he was involved with the KKK. In fact, Murdoch told me himself he was involved with the KKK. But Murdoch was a friend of mine. He always treated me good, so I can't talk bad about him because he never did nothing to me to make me badmouth Captain Redneck Dick Murdoch. I think Dick Murdoch one of the best wrestlers that's been in this business.
Whenever he wanted to be.
Yeah, I mean he was a great.
He was motivated.
He was a great worker. I mean, he got in the ring. It was all business. He didn't care if you were black, white, blue, or green. The only thing Murdoch did not like is when you mess with white women. He told me one time, he said, "Tony, I like you because you and Rufus stick to your own." He said, "I never saw you with a white woman, and I never saw Rufus or Freight Train Jones with a white woman." So me and Murdoch, we was able to sit around. We were able to talk about race. That's where I found out what it means. Once you go black, you never go back. Now, Larry could only make a white baby with a white woman. Larry cannot make a white baby with a black woman. He can't make a white baby with a Spanish woman. He can't make a white baby with a Oriental woman. What a lot of people don't know, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat father is white. His real name is Richard Blood. So he's half white, and half Hawaiian, because that's just how it is. But with me, I'm like Blackfinger. White woman, black baby. Black woman, black baby. Spanish woman, black baby. And that's what the term means. Once you go black, you never go back. You never go back to being white. You never go back to being Spanish. You never go back to being what you were because that black gene is the dominant gene when it comes to mixing only.
Well,
Mixing only.
and the most inferior one is the white.
When it comes to
Caucasian.
mixing.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it comes
When
to
it comes
mixing.
to mixing, yeah.
Yeah, not everything else.
Right,
They
yeah.
used to always say they used to always say that the black man was always hung like a horse. You know, until I saw Robert Fuller and Tommy Rich, and I found out white boys pretty hung too, there, girls. You know,
They called him the Tennessee Stud. For a
Tennessee
reason.
Stud, brother. And I ain't never seen anybody come out the shower that look. He look like an elephant trunk hanging from his between his legs. Look like an elephant trunk, you know. But anyway,
It was a human tripod.
yeah, like a python or something. You know, that's why I almost got a stick and hit it. I said, "Oh, look, there's a snake in the room. We couldn't hit that damn thing." But anyway, one of the things that Russell was able to talk about, what most people that y'all couldn't do, and that made the business so great. I could talk about race with in the business and not suffer any repercussion. I could talk about politics. And just because this guy's a Democrat, this guy's a Republican, we could have a great discussion and nobody got mad at each other. It was all part of the entertainment. See, wrestlers did not go to movies and we didn't have the opportunity. One of the greatest things that I do, one of my great entertainment when I'm by myself, you know what it is? Watching TV. Why? I never got to watch TV. I never got the opportunity to watch TV. I mean, I didn't even know what was on TV. I didn't even buy one because I said, "What the use I buy a TV for? I'm never gonna get to watch it." Cause we leave the house at 7 o'clock in the morning. We would go to the gym, come back, pack our bags, and hit the road. By the time I got back to my base, it was 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So who in the hell had time? And we did this 7 days a week. So we didn't go to movies. We didn't go out to clubs. We partied. The club we went to was at the hotel bar. You know, most hotels had a little bar downstairs.
Mhm.
And so we go down there, we have our beers, we laugh and joke. Then, we take a couple of, if you're a singer, some was not singer, we take a girl upstairs, and have it fun. That was it. Beer and women's was our entertainment. So we was in a way where we could talk about anything that we wanted to talk about and didn't have to worry about the guy getting pissed off at me. I could talk to Murdoch about how, you know, about race, no problem. I could talk about Pat Patterson, about, homosexuality, no problem. Another guy could talk to me about the Republicans, no problem. Another guy can talk to me about the Democrats, no problem. That's what made the wrestling business what was so good that we could be so open about not just politics and race and religion. Like I rode with the Iron Sheik, who was the Shah of Iran personal bodyguard, you know. And the sheik would tell me how things was in his country. I tell the sheik how things in my country, and I didn't get mad at sheik because he disagreed with the way that I did things, and he didn't get mad at me because I disagreed with the way he did things. I didn't have to agree with what another wrestler said, but I showed his point of view respect. I respect you know, his point of view. I didn't turn mad at Murdoch because Murdoch don't believe in mixing. He don't. He don't believe that the races should mix. He believes that we should live together, but live together without mixing. I remember one time he told me, he said, if everybody would just screw their own, there'd be no problem. If everybody would just screw their own, you know what he mean. He didn't say screw, but
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to get kicked off here. He said there'll be no problem. Now I'm going to say this. They're going to piss off a lot of people, and I can't believe that I'm going to say something that would piss people off. I have never said that they have pissed people off.
No.
Never, Larry.
Well,
Never.
not in 11 minutes anyway.
Not in so I'm safe for the first 11 minutes. Well, anyway, to make a long story short, politics, believe it or not, were one of our number one conversation. Politics and sex. Well, sex was number one. That's why I say politics were one. 'Cause there's a lot of politics in wrestling. If you is not a politician, can't be a wrestler. I mean, the politics is heavy. In wrestling, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Or as Paul Jones would say, it's not who you know, it's who you blow.
Yeah, I heard that one.
Yeah, yeah. So they have what they call cliques. They have certain cliques. A guy asked me the other day, say, "How come you never talk about Iceman King Parson?" I was not in his clique. You see, they had these little, it was very tribal. They had this, like the Freebird, they had their little clique. Hogan had his little clique. My clique was the weight guys, like Curry Von Erich and the Ultimate Warrior, all of us muscleheads, we had our little clique. But we would sit around and we would discuss the politics of the day. And we try very hard not to be a mock. Now, for those that don't know what a mock means a sucker, a fool, a consumer. That's a mock. We sell you a bit of goods and you buy it. We sell you a bit of goods and you buy it. You known as a mock. So we try very hard not to be a mock. And we always read between the lines. We don't go by what one side say. Like when I watch the news, the reason I watch the news so much for a grown up. I don't know how y'all are out there, but if you ever know, me and Larry were talking about this earlier. I can't find. I got how many stations on DTV? 100?
Oh, at least.
At least 100. I can't find a damn thing to watch. Out of 100 stations, I can't find nothing that an adult could watch. So I watch sports, the news, and westerns. John Wayne used to be my favorite, but he's number 2 now. Number 1, Randolph Scott. That's that's my boy, Randolph Scott. He
Before
make
my
the
time.
oh yeah. Randolph Scott. I mean, you want to see what it really was like, what a real cowboy was like in them days. You find yourself a good Randolph Scott movie. That was a bad boy. I like Randolph Scott. And there was another guy. His name was I can't remember his name. I'll probably think about it. Tim Horton or something like that. But he was also a veteran and American Purple Heart hero. He's an American hero. I think his name was Tim Horton. He played a lot of good westerns. Not a very big guy, but he was a military guy, and he served his country well. But anyway, I'm going to talk now, like me and Larry riding on the car. We're going to talk about today's event, and I want to give Donald Trump credit. I want to give Donald Trump credit, President Trump credit, and here's the reason why. He was not a mock. He was not a mock. You see, I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I want everybody out there to say, Tony, you're wrong. This is what it is. Tell me if I'm wrong, you tell me what it is. Prove me wrong. The reason most people in this country is so pissed off is because we feel like our government, our leaders, our representatives don't care about us. That's how we feel. And here is one of the reasons why we feel this way. Last year, right before Christmas, now everybody's putting up the Christmas trees and the decoration. 2021, they're putting up all the decoration, the out shopping, and all this and that stuff, and getting ready for you know one of the best years of the year, Christmas. Well, in 5 states, I know Tennessee was one of them.
Actually,
What
there's
was the
6
other?
of them.
Was it six? Now
Yep.
listen to this. I'm gonna tell you why people getting pissed off in this country.
Kentucky,
Kentucky,
Arkansas,
Arkansas,
Illinois,
Illinois,
Missouri,
Missouri. Where that 4?
Mississippi,
Mississippi. That's
and
5.
Tennessee.
Tennessee. 6 states. 6 states. 6 states were traumatized by tornadoes. 6 states were traumatized by tornadoes. The media talked about it for what, 2 or 3 days?
Mm-hmm.
It's like it don't mean nothing. 6 states, people in 6 states, 2021, right before Christmas, lost everything.
Over 1,000 properties destroyed
Over
and
over
92 deaths.
over 1,000 property was destroyed. Think about all the lives. Nobody even talking about it. So if you live in Kentucky, Arkansas, Illinois, Missouri, Mississippi, and Tennessee, will you feel that the media or the government cares about you? We don't even mention you. They talk about it on the news. I watch the news all the time. They talk about 2 or 3 days, and then they stop to go right back to business as usual, bashing each other. Bashing each other. If they can't get political gain from talking about it, they're not going to talk about it. See, a tornado hit. So they can't blame Trump for a tornado. They can't blame Biden for a tornado. They can't blame Obama for a tornado. They did it one time, though. They blamed Bush for the flood, the hurricane. They blamed Bush for the hurricane. But the only reason they did that because people got trapped and he didn't get them out in time, so they gave him reason to beat up on Bush. Yeah, I'm going to beat up on Bush because he left them people on the roof of these buildings. He didn't help these people. But that was the only reason that they talked about Bush, because they could get political gain for their party by beating up on Bush. But with this tornado, they can't they can't blame the tornado on President Biden. So they ignore it. And they look for what they can blame President Biden for. And the people in Tennessee, if your house was there or you have relatives there, you can give a red ass about all this other stuff they talking about when your house just got destroyed by a freaking tornado. When you just lost a family member in a tornado. I called my good friend Hillbilly Jim, because Hillbilly Jim lived in one of the towns that was hit the hardest, Bowling Green, Kentucky. Bowling Green, Kentucky. And I was so happy when Hillbilly called me back and said that he was okay. But for 2 or 3 days, I couldn't get a hold of Hillbilly Jim. And y'all know Hillbilly Jim was with me in Legend House. I wrestled with Hillbilly Jim, with Uncle Elmer and all them guys. When Elmer got married in the ring and all that stuff. So me and Hillbilly, we go back a long, long, long way. I was worried about Bob Orton Jr. because he lives in Missouri. So I got friends in these states that I was worried about. Then I kept going to the news to find out the exact area of where these horrible hurricanes hit. I couldn't find nothing about it after a week. No matter what happened to us Americans, we've forgotten about in a freaking week. Then it's back to the same old bull crap. I'm not saying the border is not a problem, but it's not the only damn problem. It's not the only problem. Yes, it's a problem, integration, but it's not the only problem. Well, I got to sit there all freaking day listening to some guy telling me about the coronavirus. And ain't nothing you can tell this old grandpa black man about the coronavirus I don't already know. If I don't know about that damn virus after 2 years, I would never know.
Mm-hmm.
We know you tell us anymore, we ain't gonna never know about it.
Well, the reason is if it isn't one of them 6 states, or you don't know somebody in them 6 states,
right?
People aren't thinking about it. They're thinking about what's in their backyard, and these 6 states might as well be Iran or Afghanistan or China because it's not
No,
their backyard.
Larry, I got to get more publicity than Bowling Green.
You are, but that's because they can generally bash somebody.
Because they can use that as
Right.
political weapon against their opponents.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to things happening to us American people, they're not there for us.
Mm-hmm.
And people started feeling this. And that's why a lot of people like President Trump. Because Trump let people know, I want to fight for what Americans are talking about when they're around their kitchen table. I want to fight for what America wants. Bringing jobs back to America. Putting America back first. Getting America respected again. Shown an interest. Now, President Biden, he did go down to the border for a photo op, pretty much.
Kamala wouldn't.
Yeah, just say hi, I'm here. Then they're gone.
Yeah.
And then once the president come and go, the media is gone too. What's going on in Bowling Green right now? Anyone know? It's right here in America. I mean, Bowling Green, Kentucky is not in Iran. Bowling Green, Kentucky is not in freaking Japan. It's not in some Europe. Bowling Green, Kentucky, and all them places that got destroyed by them hurricanes is in the United States. And they could not get 1 week of the media time. I wish like hell, me and Larry tried to find it about how much airtime that they talked about American citizens losing everything right before Christmas. So while you were sitting around eating your Christmas dinner, your Christmas duck or turkey or ham, whatever, opening up all the gifts and laughing and joking and drinking your eggnog, 6 states in the United States didn't have a Christmas. And the media don't frickin' care. Because they can't use none of that against Trump. They can't use none of that against Biden. So it don't mean nothing. Another thing happened in 2021. This is politics now. Don't y'all get mad at old Tony now. Don't get mad at me. What was that? Them fire there, Larry? What was them fire there?
Colorado.
Colorado.
It was a one-day blaze.
One day. And they lost what, Larry, in one day?
991 properties and a value in one day of $513 million.
$513 million in one day lost. Thousands of families out of a home. Had no home to go to in 2022. They had no New Year to celebrate. Is the media talking about it? No. No, they're not. They talk about the crime rate in New York, in Chicago and around the world now. You see it all the time. Crime getting worse, crime getting this. Brother, I'm from the hood. It ain't new. The only reason they talk about it now because they could use it as a political club to bash Joe Biden. Race been a problem in this country for a long time. Nobody talked about it until Donald Trump got in office. Because they could use race as a stick to beat Trump. And Trump is not a racist. He's not. Most people that call Trump a racist, they never met the man. I met the man. Treated me like gold. Treated me like gold. The nicest man you want to meet in your life. They could badmouth him, call him names, but he tried to do what was right for this country. And you know what? You know what's so good about this picture? His son took it. You know that, Larry?
Yes.
Yeah. President Trump's son took this picture.
Don Jr.?
Don Jr. I asked him, and I said, Mr. Trump, can I take a picture with you? It probably on the other side, Larry, if I got any more of them left. Yeah, on the very end. A lot of stuff got moved, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of stuff got moved. But anyway, I said, Mr. Trump, is okay, I'll take a trip. Sure, Tony, come on over here. You know. I come up to him, hey, Tony, how you doing? You should be my bodyguard with them big arms. You always bragging about my arms. But if they can't find something that is going to hurt the president, they're not going to talk about it because they cannot get political gain on it. You understand? They have to have something that got to be something in it for them, or else they don't talk about it. They don't talk about the people in 5 states that is suffering from a hurricane right now. I saw Joe Biden during his speech, uh, the anniversary they're calling the anniversary of January the 16th. Didn't mention Bowling Green. Didn't mention Colorado. Talk about Trump a lot though. Trump this, Trump that, Trump, 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 Trump. Not one word. Not one word. Y'all watch that speech, see if I'm wrong. And I'm not bad mouthing Joe. I support Joe Biden just like I supported Trump. I support every president. Once the election is over, that's my president. Whether if I want him to be there or not, I got nothing to do with that. The American people spoke. Some people say, well, the election was not legal. I think it was. Nothing is perfect in this world. Nothing. The only thing that ever been on this earth that was perfect was Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. They're going to be crooks and nannies and everything. And I hate to admit this. I mean, it's hard for me to admit what I'm going to say now. But I'm not perfect. I can't believe I said that.
Careful there.
I know. I know. I'm in shock to say that. It's hard for me to say. First time. First time, and I admit that I'm not perfect. Boy, I got to stop saying that. That's bad. That's bad. But you see, everything got their nicks and crannies in it. We live in the greatest nation in the history of the world. There's not a damn thing wrong with this country that can't be fixed. It can't be. But we have to stop politicizing things just to win an election. Just to win an election and focus on the American people. I would love for President Biden to go out there and say, instead of standing there for however long he stood there, bad mouthing President Trump, you know, bad mouthing him, calling the man a liar and all them names and stuff, to talk about people in Bowling Green. That's what I want to hear about. How them people doing? Anybody know? Anybody care? I want to know about the people in Colorado that lost their homes. I saw them people sitting there. This poor woman said, I don't know what I'm going to do. Imagine your home, not just your home. You look at them pictures, man, not the whole. This is not a fire that took out in the wood and destroyed property for some deers and some bears and some squirrels. These are human beings that lost their home going into this year, 2022, without nothing. Nothing. Well, the government just declared a state of emergency. No, the National Guard should be down and help rebuilding that stuff. You talk about spending all this money to find out how parakeets have sex with bumblebees. You understand?
That sounds painful.
I would you for the bumblebee for the bumblebee or for the chip?
Both for different reasons.
You know, and sometimes I see some of these bills that they try to pass. Why is not a nationwide effort to help them people that suffer from that tornado, you know, that touchdown, or help them people the wildfire one day. One day. And that is why American people are so pissed off. Because when stuff happens to us, they act like they don't give a red ass. If they can't get political gain, if they can't use it as a ramp, a battering ramp, what the police use, they
Batter ram.
the battering ramp, you know. If they can't use that for political gain, they're not interested. People get shot all the time. Al Sharpton only talk about it when a black person gets shot. White man gets shot. You don't hear nothing from Al. Something happened to white people. Al Sharpton ain't got a word to say about it. Something happened to Larry. Al ain't got nothing to say about old Larry. Larry on his own. He's white. Something happened to Tony Adams. Well, you know, this country's full of racism. You know, the white supremacy, the Proud Boys, the Oath Keeper, blah, 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 blah. White supremacy, blah, 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 blah. Number one terrorist in America, white supremacy, blah, 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 blah. When it happened to me. I hope nothing happened to me. Don't y'all get no freaking ideas out there, okay? Everyone don't like politics that much. But that's how it is. Americans want to feel like we pay taxes. A lot of it. I live in Maine. Maine is ranked within the top 6 tax places. My taxes is more than my mortgage in Maine. You know, the average apartment in Maine is $1,000 to $1,500. So it's expensive living this little in these sticks that I live in. But I love Maine. We don't have the problem, fortunately, that they have the rest of the world. They talk about the crime rate in Chicago. I remember that was going on for years. For years. But they couldn't use it as a battering ramp on nobody. So they said, oh, wait, can that hurt the president? No. Well, they don't talk about it. Will they help us to get elected? No. Well, let's just talk about it. There's something else coming. Will that help us get elected? Oh, yeah. We get elected if we talk about this. So, oh, yeah, that's what we talk about. And so they get people all messed up in the head. I don't want to be sitting around every night listening about the coronavirus. I mean, like to be informed by it, don't get me wrong. But why you gotta tell me 24 freaking hours?
The same thing.
Not the same thing. It'd be good if they told you the same. They don't tell the same
Oh
thing.
no, I meant what I'm saying is it's nothing new.
No, that they're
It's-
telling you.
Yeah.
I mean, what different? What they gonna know? They gonna tell you something on Monday, and then Tuesday they come back with their opinion on it. You get new facts. Give me a new fact. But why you gotta talk about it every day? Ain't nothing gonna change overnight. They're like it change overnight. And then they pick on each other. Well, you know, last month, Dr. Fauci, is that his name Fauci?
Fauci, yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Fauci said this month. Dr. Fauci saying something else. Well, the weather was not to change last month. If Fauci was the weatherman, of course he's gonna give you a different weather every week. You idiots! You think the coronavirus is gonna change? You think that they're not gonna learn something that they didn't know last month? He didn't tell that last month. He didn't know it. But why are you going to jump on the number one man with the virus? You know what I like to do one day if I had my choice? Every news reporter, that go for Fox, CNN, and MSNBC. Every time one of y'all start complaining about that doctor, how you say his name, Fauci,
Yep, you got it.
have Dr. Fauci to take time off and you take his place. You take his place. You take his job. And you get out there and tell us about a virus that you don't know nothing about. You be the doctor. And for all them people that think Dr. Fauci is crazy or something, when y'all get sick, tell the doctor to leave the room. Say, leave the room. I don't want you in the room. I want Sean Hannity to operate on me. I want, Gunker? Great Gunker? Is that his name, the comedian? That trying to make people think he know what he's talking about now?
No idea.
Yeah, on the 5. They call him the 5. They come out. You don't watch Fox?
No,
Well, I watch Fox
I don't
all the
got
time.
time to watch Fox. I work.
Yeah,
and
I watch
sleep.
Fox. They got this guy Greg. He act like he's a genius. So for all y'all, next time you need a kidney replacement or anything done, tell the doctor, any woman, and let these news talking heads do the operation. See? Next time that they want to fight a war, tell the soldier to stay home and let Dana, later on the file, to go over there and give her a gun, let her fight. She got so much to say about fighting all the time. They can't whip away all wet paper bag. I don't think that woman Dana love anything that ain't got 4 legs. I feel sorry for her husband. He had to compete against a dog. I know the dog name, Jasper. I don't know her husband name. She'll never talk about it. It's all about Jasper, Jasper, Jasper. She should have married Jasper. Her name is Dana, is her name. A nice looking lady though, real cute. She looked like she's about 5 foot tall. Then they got this little humpback judge that come on here. I'm glad she ain't on the bench no more. She look like she's so angry all the time. She need to get laid. That's the problem. See, with a lot of these women, they ain't got laid in a long time. You know, they need somebody that. Then she'd be nice.
Well, turn that ass up.
That's right. Or Ox Baker, shut that ugly kid up. But that's the problem. We get these people uh, that talk like they know everything, and they bad mouthing the people that know what they talk about. And so when somebody come out and talk that really know what they talk about, it's kind of like the wrestling business. When you walk into the dressing room, I remember one time when Greg Valentine, we are going to have a match one time, and this rookie came up to Greg Valentine, and I don't know if y'all ever met Greg. Greg, he was set like he always looked like he's sleeping. Greg was sitting there.
Did they really nickname him Turtle?
Turtle, yeah. Yeah, Turtle was his nickname. His nickname was Turtle. But Greg always sat back like this. The kid walk up, hey Greg, I got some great idea. Greg go, the guy got talking, and like I said, we're gonna do this, we can do this, we can do that, that. He's like going through all these different moves that we're gonna do. Greg sat there like this, listening to him. All of a sudden Greg raised up, go, we ain't gonna do none of that. Just like that. Greg said, I'm experienced. I know what to do in that ring. I'm here to teach you what to go in the ring. We sitting around listening to people on these news stations that couldn't whoop their way on a wet paper bag, bad mouthing how bad it was to get out of Afghanistan. Hell, we there for 20 freaking years. We didn't whoop them. Well, that's why we didn't beat them. The politics should get the hell out of the wars and let the soldiers fight. You know, let the soldiers fight. What the hell Obama know about fighting? Nothing. If you never been in a fight, you don't know nothing about no fighting. Y'all raise up these nice little homes. You out here pissing us off every day about telling us this, telling act like you know so damn, but you don't know nothing. There's only one way to know something.
Do it.
You have to do it. If you never did it, I wouldn't listen to nobody. If you go to the gym and a guy walk up to you that never lift weights a day in his life, never lift weights a day in his life, will you let him train you? Well, I read a book. Well, I saw it in the Washington Post of how to lift weights. You did? Shit. You read something in the Washington Post of how to lift weights, and now you gonna tell me how to do it? And I've been doing it for nearly 40-some years. Experience is the best teacher. And Trump was right. The media, what was his name? Spike Lee. Spike Lee said something a long time ago, and I always remember. He said the people that run this country in the future is not going to be the man with the biggest army, the biggest gun, the biggest arms. It's going to be the person that controls the media. Because the media can make and break anyone. The media can make you look like a king, or they can make you look like crap. You could be the greatest president, elected person that ever to run this country. But if the media turn against you, you done. And now they don't even have to tell the truth about you. They just give you their opinion. Have y'all ever noticed after you got through watching these guys talk, and then they say, now for the news. You go, now for the news? What the hell I've been listening for the past 45 minutes? Your opinions? My mom said something about opinion. Opinions are like buttholes. Everybody got one and they all smell.
I've heard the first half. I never heard the
They're like
second
buttholes.
half.
They all smell. Because we all got our opinions.
Yeah.
And these people are pushing their opinion. Then, oh, not only they give an opinion, guess what they could do, Larry, that I can't do, that you can't do.
What's that?
None of you could do this. The media could do it. Cristobal. Cristobal. They tell you what's going to happen before it happens. Well, what you think the next 6 months of Joe Biden presidency is going to be? I don't even know what the hell tomorrow is going to be like. Now, I'm going to tell you about what the world going to be like for me tomorrow. How am I going to tell you what it's going to be for Joe Biden 6 months from now? So they give you their opinion of how things are going to be 6 months from now. They just didn't do it to Joe. They did it to Trump. They did. I think they did to Trump worse than I've ever seen did anybody. They never let up off of him. Luckily for Trump, he knew how to use Twitter. See, they would have killed me. I don't know how to do no Twitter. You know, I ain't one of them Twitter people. But that was Trump on the way of fighting these bastards back. Is to, put his own spin to it. Because they always, Trump did this, Biden this, Bill Clinton. I mean, my God, I sat around and listened, and they still talk about Bill Clinton. Rome is burning, and they talk about Bill Clinton having oil sex. Because that's what the media wants you to focus on. They don't want you to focus on your life. Unemployment, 3 point something. Oh, it's horrible out there. What the hell? Inflation is killing America. Inflation? Hell, I just went to Walmart. I couldn't find a parking space. What inflation? People are still spending money like they're grown on trees. Oh, but people don't want to go back to work. No waitress want to work in a restaurant for $6 an hour. I asked a guy today. I said, they said, well, people are lazy. They don't want to go back to work. They're getting this free government money. Well, if I live in Africa, I get some free United States money. If I live in Afghanistan, I'm going to get some free United States money. How come I can't live in the United States and get United States free money? Hell, half of it is theirs.
Hold on, it's okay. It's okay. Simmer. Good.
That's right.
That's smooth.
Like that.
You don't have to say that, do you?
Maybe you should grow some tits. I mean, but you understand what I'm trying to tell y'all? They fuss every time they want to spend money on American people. Now you watch them real close now. When they want to spend money on American working class the middle class of this country, this is the question you're going to hear every time. If I'm wrong, prove me wrong. Where's the money going to come from? They're going to send money to the Middle East. You don't hear where the money going to come from. They're going to send money to Africa. You don't hear where the money going to come from. Oh, we're going to fix the bridges and help women with child care. Where the money going to come from? There's no profit. They can't buy political gain from the American middle class. So if you can't buy political gain, if there's nothing in it for me, what that guy named, and I'm a Republican, don't y'all get me wrong, I'm a Lincoln Republican though. Nick McConnell from Kentucky ain't saying nothing about Bowling Green. That's your state, man. You talk about everything but that hurricane. And that's your state. Ted Cruz, a couple of years back, they had that blackout. Remember, people freezing their butt off. Ted Cruz is not in office trying to fight to fix the grid. Ted Cruz can give a red ass about the grid in Texas. He can't get political gain from that.
No, he's in Florida.
Yeah, but no, ain't he the senator of the Ted Cruz?
No, he's in Florida, isn't he? I think Ted Cruz is from Florida.
No, Marco Rubio, Florida.
There's more than one.
The senator.
Yeah, there's two from every state.
But I don't hear none of them talking about
yeah.
Bowling Greens in my point.
Yeah.
I watch these senators. I don't know where Ted Cruz from. If I'm wrong, one of y'all correct me. I'm thinking, dude, I don't hear these guys talking about none of these. When these problems happen to America, I don't see them on the Senate floor fighting for us. I don't see it. Now y'all may say, "Oh yeah, he cares about us." Where the tape? Where's the tape? I want to see a tape of them of Nick McConnell fighting. Where he
He is
from?
from Texas.
He's from Texas. I remember a couple of years back. Remember he tried to escape, go to Cancun. Remember they caught him at the airport.
Yeah.
The master at the airport, trying to get out of there. He don't want to freeze with his constituent. But did he come back to Congress and start fighting for money to improve that problem? No. But he's on TV the other day finding out a reason of fighting about how we got out of Afghanistan. Oh, he's all over that. He care more about Afghanistan than he care about his own freaking state. He's on every day talking about what a horrible job Joe Biden did in getting us out of Afghanistan. No, it was not the prettiest way of getting out of it. It probably wasn't the best. But if I was a senator from Maine, I'd be concentrating on what's going on here in Maine. I don't care if people can get out of Afghanistan or not. You should worry about them people in Kentucky, where they're going to live in 2020 after they done lost everything. Worry about the people in Colorado with that fire. That fire just burned up and nobody talking about it but Tony Atlas. And I'm not even in government. America got enough of its own problems. But these news people, all they talk about is what they could get political gain from. That's why in wrestling, we call all the people that followed Fox, CNN, and MSNBC, we call y'all marks. Because y'all falling for the game over and over and over again. The only people that pay taxes in this country is the middle class. If you're a middle class, you pay for everything. If you're poor, the middle class pay for you. You know? Then rich people, they want a tax cut. And they tell the government, hey, if you don't cut my taxes, I want to make money in America, but I don't want to put no money back in America. And if you try to make me spend money on American citizens, then I'm going to move and take my company somewhere else. America, I love America, but I don't love you enough to give you my money. Y'all treat America, y'all rich company people, y'all treat America like it's a freaking Titanic, and you're trying to grab everything before the damn ship sinks. And the middle class is the one that got to spend to rebuild every damn thing. Every American should have a pension. I don't believe in bringing somebody from another country. You spend money, you pay for the education. Of course, they had a hard time. I believe it. I know they did. But my mother had a hard time. She worked 7 days a week. From 7 o'clock in the morning, my mother went to work. She had to be at work at 7. She got off at 2, went back at 3, and worked until 11. Every time I see a 7-Eleven, I think about my mom. When I see a 7-Eleven store. She worked from 7 to 11, 5 days a week. On Saturday, she was lucky. She only had to work from 7 to 3. Wow. On Sunday, well, they try to make her work on Sunday, but my mother was a Christian, and back in my day, we used to have here in America what they call a Sabbath. It was God's day. Everything was closed. But then the big wig said, "Hey, that's 52 days that we can't make no money."
In Maine, they were called the Blue Laws.
The blue law, right? Yeah. So, but they had a day where everybody took a break and started thanking the good Lord, for all the blessing that He has stored upon this great nation of ours. And they gave us all a chance to just relax. Everybody was off on Sunday. The only thing you could do on Sunday was go to church and have a nice Sunday dinner. That's why they say black people like chicken so much because that was the only time for most blacks, that was the only time they got meat on the table. My mother, my parents would fix up a big old hen or some fried chicken. So that was chicken. Even now, every restaurant you go to, have you ever noticed every damn thing is chicken? It's cheap, cheap food, chicken. Chicken neck, chicken nuggets, chicken fingers, chicken this, chicken,
Buffalo chicken.
buffalo chicken, buffalo wild wings,
When,
Popeye.
when did a buffalo get a wing?
They don't.
I don't know. They're awful little.
Well, you know what I had one time with chicken.
When did they find them on the buffalo?
I don't know. It's just like finding chicken lip soup.
Never even
Chicken
heard of
don't
that
have
one.
lips. Chicken don't have lips, and buffalo don't have wings. But anyway, getting back to me fussing about that, I ain't gonna do this all the time because then y'all, you ain't gonna want to hear me no more. But then, that's what us wrestlers would be doing. If me and Larry would ride down the highway, we had to find something. You got a 500-mile trip. We're talking about 11 or 12 hours of driving. So you had to find something to talk about. And politics to a wrestler was one of the best conversations to have because you could go on and on and on and on and on about politics. There's no end to talking about politics. I mean, you can go from warfare. But I tell you, there's one thing that I do like about what Joe Biden trying to do. Child care for the average person that I know here in Maine. I don't know about nowhere else. Just right here from what people that I talk to. Is $200 a week per child. Per child. 200 a week. So if you want child care, you got to come with $800 a month. Now a lot of mothers go and get on welfare. The reason they get on welfare because they can't afford child care. They got nobody to take care of the kids. Now, if I was going to do something like that with the child care, this is what I would do. If you're getting child care, you don't need to be on welfare. You can go to work. You got no excuse. Child care has been an excuse to run the welfare system into a tremendous, tremendous. How much, Larry, I'm talking, how much we spend on welfare every year here in this country? Welfare.
Oh my lord.
See? And these women, they're sitting at home. They're not working. And they're getting money. But if you could take that money and pay for child care, but if you're getting child care, you gotta work. You can go to work now. You don't have an excuse to sit home. How much?
$282.7 billion.
Get right up and let me say it out loud so you can hear.
200.
200.
$82.7 billion. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, I am so sorry. No.
More than that?
I am wrong. That was in the stimulus package. I was reading the wrong
Oh,
thing.
don't.
I am so sorry.
Let me flex while you looking that up, man. Little muscle, baby.
All right. Welfare spending was $2.4 trillion
In what, a year?
last year.
How much now?
It says, this is what it says. It says $2.418 billion.
So about what? $2 billion?
Well, it's saying $2,000 billion.
$2,000 billion
Which is $2 trillion.
that you ain't gonna give somebody not to work.
Mm-hmm. Can I tell you my thought?
Hell, we're in the wrong business, Larry.
I know, but I want to tell you what I've been saying for years. Now, I'm a Republican, and I vote with my paycheck. It's the only reason I'm a Republican. I vote with my paycheck. But think about this one. What if I've known people that have been told, and they had to go on welfare because they couldn't afford child care. What if
Here we go.
we paid for people that needed help for child care?
Yes.
Not paying them, paying for the child care.
That's right.
That way, we have actually opened up jobs for
There you
people to
go.
get off welfare.
That's right.
It also has put people to work
That's
in
right.
child care.
That's right.
And we're actually saving money that we're not paying in welfare.
That's right.
Therefore, everybody's making themselves better.
That's right.
And I don't know how that doesn't save us money.
Right.
And it makes more people feel beneficial about themselves.
That's right.
And not sitting on their hiney.
Yeah, yeah. You see, but me and Larry, we saying the same thing, but just in a different context.
Mhm.
Why are you gonna refuse child care for a mother? You're gonna pay for that kid anyway.
Mhm.
If that bill don't go through because of Joe Manchin, you know, who all thing he care about is the coal mine and giving people black lungs because that's the one that paying him his money. He don't care about people paying $200 per child. If you got 4 kids, you talk about $800 a week for child care. What the hell you want to go to work for?
You can't make $100.
You can't make it. So if you're going to do child care, do it across the board. Take all these moms sitting around eating their Twinkies and what all that stuff. I don't think I got much time left, Larry. But that is my political thing. And that's the only thing, one of the things that I like about what Joe Biden is trying to do about child care. Because you can get people off welfare because if the government will help you to pay child care, what is your excuse now not to go to work? Y'all going to pay for it anyway. You're even going to pay for it on welfare. I'd rather pay for it on child care. At least you know the money going for the care of the child.
And puts more people to work in
And
child
put more
care.
people to work in child care. Instead of having a woman sitting at home and giving her money the week after. What you got there, Larry? Just gonna calm me down.
This here. This is one of Tony's artworks, okay? This is a print of it. This is the 3 faces of Foley. We got Cactus Jack, we got Mankind, and we got Dude Love, baby. This is the kind of stuff Tony does. He loves to draw. This is the stuff he draws. He loves what he does. And if you want something like this is something Tony can do for you. He has done people in your life. He has done, obviously, wrestling people. He's done pets. You name it, Tony loves to draw. Okay.
Now what happened to me? Facebook kicked me off because they say I'm not Tony Atlas, but Larry is going to fix up my Facebook
That's
page, and within about a week or two, we're going to be doing some more virtual sales here. But anyway, the reason that I had to get that off my chest is because I supported President Trump when he was president. I support President Biden, we were president. I supported Obama, we were president. I support every president once they get in office. I may not have voted for him, and I may not vote for him again. But while they're in office, I'm going to give them the respect they deserve. I don't have to respect the person, but I definitely have to respect the office.
Hey, folks, when wrestling was real.